Well, let's go ahead and lie down. Good morning. Welcome to your balance and fall prevention class. Go ahead, lie down, cool down, get comfy, cozy. You might choose to lie with your legs extended. You might choose to lie in constructive rest, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. And then let's just start with a little alignment for the neck. This also helps the low back. Take the hands behind the head, lift the head up, tuck the chin, take a breath to inhale. As you exhale, cradle the skull, but lean the head into the hands. Find a little counter pressure there as you take another full breath, maybe feeling a little traction in the low back. And on your next natural exhale, slowly lower the head all the way down. From there, choose where you'd like to place the hands today. Either palms face down on the ribs or arms out to the side, palms face up. Eyes can close. And let's start with a nice full release of our breath together. Full breath in through nose. Exhale, deep sigh out the mouth. Let it go. Beautiful. Let's do that again. Inhale through nose. Exhale out the mouth. Yeah, you've got it. One more breath just like that. Good. Start now to invite your breath in and out of the nostrils. And as you breathe softly here in and out of the nostrils, find a little bit of space between lips and teeth. See if you might be able to invite in a small, really gentle smile to play on the corners of the lips. And then let's take a little bit of time to soften downward into the earth below. Let the shoulders shrug down and away from the ears, maybe with a little sigh to let go. See if you might be able to create some additional space inside the mouth. Softening jaw by releasing lower jaw, row of teeth away from upper. Maybe even tucking the chin just a little bit, and then again rolling those shoulders down and away. Let's take some time with breath to welcome ourselves to this practice today. Full breath in through the nose, belly rises, ribs expand. Full breath out through the nose, ribs draw in, belly draws in. So feeling on the inhale, that expansion, opening. And on the exhale, that soft, gentle return to center. Take time here to ground yourself in this body, this day. Inviting the breath to flow through the body. Creating that movement, that prana or energy. And as you connect with yourself, I invite you now to begin to set your samkalpa, your intention for practice today. Now to set your samkalpa, ask yourself this question: what quality would I like to invite into my practice today? What quality would I like to cultivate in this practice today? Today, the answer might be around finding strength or stability. Maybe inviting in a little inner peace or calm. Maybe something else. Now, whatever answer for you begins to rise up, to bubble up. Begin to set that as your samkalpa, as your intention for practice today. So see that word or that phrase in your mind's eye. Now let's begin to invite in the feeling of that samkalpa, the feeling of that intention through the body. We can set our samkalpas together with the breath. Please first exhale, release out all the breath. Just let it go. Big breath out. You got it. And then inhale, draw that samkalpa through. Exhale, soft, gentle release out the mouth. Let it go. Let's do that again. Inhale, draw your samkalpa through. Exhale, a little release to let go. Yeah, beautiful. One more breath, just like that. Good. So with that samkalpa, that intention set, let's start now to move the body. Start with a little wiggle through fingers, wiggle through toes. Let the head, the neck roll just a little from side to side. And then as you feel ready, let's go for a big, long stretch. Reach arms up over the head. Press the heels forward. If you've got a bolster, just kick it out of the way. Stretch those heels out long. That helps to release the low back, lengthening there. Good. And then we'll do our lateral stretch, starting with upper body, leaning that over to one side. If it feels okay, legs can follow. You might even crisscross ankles. Nice big breath here as you do. Yeah, and then as you're ready, take a little walk back through center, do the side, the lateral stretch to the other side. Upper body first, then lower. Maybe crisscrossing ankles, another full breath as you do. Good, and then let's go ahead, come on back through center. Interlace fingers, press palms up towards the sky, press heels away from you, one more breath. Good, and then as you exhale, undo the hands, arms come down beside you. Let's start bending the knees, draw the knees towards the chest, give yourself a little cuddle. Start to draw some circles, hands on knees. So half the circle's the inhale. And then you'll complete the circle with the exhale. So slow, gentle circles. Slow, gentle breaths, really massaging that low back plate of the pelvis. Go ahead and switch directions. Take your time. Slow, gentle movement, slow, gentle breath. Good. And then let's come into the hips, big circles. So hands on knees, separating knees, pushing them away from the chest, away from each other. Then back in toward the chest, back toward each other. So nice big full circles here. Yeah, beautiful. And then the other direction. Good. And then let's reach up the arms and legs. Let's point and flex through wrists, through ankles. Cricks and cracks will come in. Little wave now from side to side. And then as you're ready, rolling hands and feet in one direction. Nice full breath as you do. And then rolling hands and feet in the other direction. Nice full breath as you do. Then go ahead, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, and shake it all out. Yeah, beautiful. Okay. Now, we're working today with low back and with knees. Let's start with some movements for the low back. If you have a slow-mo ball, a slightly deflated Pilates ball, you can place that underneath the bum. If you don't have one, don't worry about it. You don't need it. We're going to do our pelvic tilts. So as you inhale, low back arches, shoulders roll back. As you exhale, you can tuck that tail underneath. So doing those pelvic tilts on the inhale, low back arches, exhale, tuck underneath. My in-studio friends, if anybody would like a slow-mo ball and you don't have one, just raise your hand. I'll bring one over to you now. I'm very happy to do so. Oh, we've all got what we want? Okay. So when the low back is a little sore, doing these pelvic tilt movements can be so helpful to release the tension of the muscles on either side. The other thing it does is hydrates the discs of the low back. So both things we want to do to relieve that tension and pain. We'll continue to work to strengthen the area as we go through our practice. Now, the next thing I'd like us to do is windshield wiper knees. So coming into a little twist, heel toe those feet really wide. So as wide as you can, even off the mat, arms can be to the side. And then roll knees over to one side, say the right, gently turn the head to the opposite, say the left. Big breath there, in and out, gentle stretch here. And then as you inhale, draw everything up through center, exhale to the other side, you got it. Now go with your breath here. This is great for releasing into the upper back, the thoracic spine. That's the area of the spine where the ribs attach, so 12 vertebrae of the thoracic spine. If you want to get a little deeper into shoulders, you can reach arms up, create a basket with your arms by crisscrossing the forearms. And then bring that basket of arms to the opposite side as the knees. So I've got knees to left, my arms go to the right. And then I inhale everything up through center and I exhale to the other side. So warming up, gently releasing here. So normal in the morning time for the body to feel stiff. We're moving very gently. Knees are tender. No, you don't need to bring them all the way to the side. We'll be doing lots to strengthen knees today as well. Now, if you have that crisscrossing of the forearms like me, just change your crisscrossing. That helps you get into your opposite, often non-dominant shoulder. Do that a few more times. Just exploring soft, gentle movements, soft, gentle breath. Yeah, wonderful. Good. One more. Good. And then let's come back through center. For those of us who have the slow-mo ball underneath, we're going to take it out. So heel toe those feet closer towards each other. Then lift up the bum, remove the slow-mo ball, come all the way down. And then again, you can give yourself a little hug, a little cuddle. Yeah. Now we're going to come right into our hip stability work with the strap. Please grab your yoga strap, place it along the sole of the right foot. Slide the hands down the strap so that the elbows land on the ground. And then with a little bend of that right knee, guide the leg towards you and start to point and flex the foot so you can start to feel stretching in the front and the back of the leg. This is also very helpful to release the knee to stretch into the leg. Now we'll go into dorsiflexion of the foot. So heel up, toes towards the face, ever so gently rock your leg a little towards you and a little away. Take another breath like that. Good. And then we'll find a position of stability for the hip. So thigh bone moves away from you till it's straight up and down or perpendicular to the floor. Tug down, and then from there, start to draw a little circle as you tug down. So this is great for massaging into the low back here. Good. Other direction as well. Little tiny circles. You got it. Nice. Now, as you're ready, we're going to lower and raise the legs. So let the hands slide down the strap. Inhale, leg lowers. Exhale, do a breath back up. Go with breath. So that exhale, starting to feel engagement of deep core muscles, including the muscles of the low abdomen, transverse abdominal, as well as muscles of the pelvic floor. One or two more. Now, next time the leg comes up, let's keep it up. Good. We'll come into our twist. So both sides of the strap go into the left hand. Right leg crosses over. You can either keep the left foot on the floor or scoot your bottom over towards the right. So you roll over onto that left hip, left knee. Take some time just to pause there and breathe. Enjoy this gentle stretch. Then if you want to go a little deeper, you can point and flex the foot, come into the stretch a little bit more. Take another breath just as you are. Yes. And then as you're ready, come on back through center. Switch sides. So you're going to take the strap into the left foot, right foot down onto the ground, a little bend of the knee as you guide the leg towards you and start to point and flex the foot. Warming up the leg, relax the jaw, let the breath be full. If you want to go a little deeper here, you can find that dorsiflexion of the foot, heel up, toes towards the face, gently rock your leg a little towards you and a little away. Take another breath like that. Good. And then we'll find our position of stability for the hip. Thigh bone moves away from you till it's straight up and down, perpendicular to the floor. Tug down, find that little circle. So rolling the leg bone and a little circle in one direction, nice full breath. You got it. And then in the other direction, nice full breath. Take another breath just like that. Good. And now we'll start to slowly lower and raise the leg. Hands slide down the strap. Inhale, leg lowers. Exhale, bring it up. Go with breath. Take your time. Nice, strong SH breath to feel that engagement of deep core. Yeah, you got it. One or two more. Go with your breath. Beautiful. Next time that leg comes up, let's keep it up. We'll find our twist, both sides of the strap into the right hand, left leg crosses over. Choice one, keeping the foot on the ground. Choice two, scoot your bottom over to the left. Roll onto right hip, right knee. Take time here to breathe again. Soften the jaw. Maybe even a nice sigh is released. And then if you like, you can point and flex the foot, coming into that hip just a little bit deeper. Take one more breath just as you are. Yeah, beautiful. And then as you're ready, come on back through center. Take that strap off, place it to the side, and then do what feels good. So maybe knees and towards the chest or windshield wiper knees. Okay, we're going to come right into our core strength work. Please reach for your foam chip block. Place it underneath your bum. That's it. Reach the arms up, reach the legs up. We're going to go out wide to begin with arms and legs. As you inhale, do a big V out to the side. As you exhale, you're going to bring it back. Go with your breath here. Now, what we're doing is strengthening the deep core muscles as well as the muscles of the inner thigh. That helps us to strengthen the knees and the knee joint. That's it. We're going to do one or two more like that. Just gentle and soft. Beautiful. One more. Great. Okay, and then pause there. Roll the shoulders back. That's it. Please have a little reach for your thick block. We're going to do opposite arm, opposite leg out to the side, switching hands with the block. So here's what I mean by that. I'd like you to first please have the block in the right hand, arms and legs are up. Bring the right arm out to the side with the block. Bring the left leg out to the side. Now there's an inhale. Exhale. Bring it back. Left hand catches the block. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Bring it back. Inhale, opposite arm and leg. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale. Exhale, switch it back. That's it. So we're just switching hands with the block as we go from side to side, putting a little strain on our core muscles by bringing arm and leg out to the side, which means they need to work just a little harder. Yeah, that's it. One more from side to side. You've got it. Beautiful. Then come on back. Put the block onto the ground. Take a break. Either bring those knees in towards the chest or maybe do some windshield wiper knees here. Yes, we can have the fan, Judy. Great idea. All right, so please take your thick block between the knees, between the thighs. And we're going to come into our core strength twist. So here's what I mean by that. Bringing the knees in towards the chest. Have a little inhale. And as you exhale, squeeze the block and do a little shush breath. Do that a few times and just check first, especially for my friends that have knee pain and low back pain. Is there any tension in those areas as you squeeze? If so, either squeeze less or change your block to a thicker setting. Now here we go for a twist. Inhale. Exhale, knees over to the right. Inhale, pause there. Exhale and shush back through center. Inhale. Exhale, shush over to the left. You got it. Inhale. Exhale back through center. So your work here is to move slowly, slower than you want. You're pausing as you inhale. You're squeezing about 50% effort as you exhale and move. Turning on both deep core muscles and the muscles that help to support the knees, the adductors, inner thigh muscles. I'm going to do one more from side to side, one more from side to side. Beautiful. And then as you come on back, let that be done. Take out the block. Bring the feet down onto the ground. We're going to take out the foam chip block. Bring that to the side and then give yourself a little hug, a little cuddle, or maybe windshield wiper knees. You got it. Yeah, lovely. Good. Please take a little roll over to the side. Push yourself up. And we're going to come into our spinal wave. So you can do this either seated, perhaps on a bolster, or on hands and knees. You choose. Simply movements of the spine here. So either hands down or forearms or sat on your bottom. As you exhale, round the spine, head drops down. As you inhale, find that little arch. Tail up, head forward. Exhaling to round. And inhaling to come forward. Bye, Tamara. I think that means there's a baby on the way. Am I right? Tamara works as a doula and a family has just called. The baby is on the way. She's going to bring new life into the world. Ah, have a wonderful time. Good luck. All right, let's come into our shoulders a little bit. If you're on hands and knees, you can come onto fingertips. Bring the bottom back and then do a little side to side. So inhaling up to one side. Exhaling down through center. Inhale to the other side. Exhale down through center. If you are sat on your bottom, you can absolutely, got it, Judy, just keep going through the circle. You could even do a little side stretch over to one side and then over to the other. Now, however you are, I'd like you to please take two more breaths, however you're moving. Good. And then we're going to take our time to come into child's pose or lie on the tummy. So you're going to choose either child's pose or lie on your tummy, whatever is more comfortable for you. Now take this time, either in child's pose or on the tummy, to feel breath come into the back body. And what I mean by that are those back ribs just above your waist. See if you can actually feel, so sense and feel movement in the ribs. You might even rock your head just a little from side to side. That might feel good. Yes, beautiful, good. You've got it. Please take another 3 breaths, however you are. 3 breaths just as you are. Good. If you've got your head turned to one side, you can turn it to the other side now. Good. Yeah, beautiful. Now, we're all going to make our way down to the tummy. So if you're in child's pose, just bring your props off to the side so you've got room to come on down. And we'll work with some back strengthening here to help with the low back start with a cobra flow. So elbows are bent, fingers spread, elbows tuck into the body as you inhale, start to lift your chest up, gazing forward. Exhale, tuck the chin lower down part way, gazing down. Inhale, tug back with the elbows, come onto your fingertips. And exhale, lower down. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, start to lift up. Exhale, tuck chin, lower down part way. Inhale, tug back with the elbows, either on fingertips or lift palms. And exhale down. You've got it. Last time, here we go. Inhale, find the lift up. Exhale, tuck chin, lower down part way. Inhale, either on fingertips or lift palms. Beautiful. Exhale, come on down. Crisscross your forearms, turn your cheek, bend the knees, let the lower legs just sway a little from side to side. Great. Now we're going to do another thing for the back. This is going to be lifting up chest and head and one leg at a time. Now you've got options for your arms. Option 1 is to be in the cobra arms, elbows bent. Option 2 is arms behind you, palms face up. And here's the movement that we're going to do. We're going to lift up the right leg, chest and head 3 times. So here we go. We inhale and we start to lift up. Right leg lifted. Exhale, lower down. You got it. Same side. Inhale, start to lift up. Good. Exhale down. Now this time to hold. So we inhale to lift up. Exhale, partway down and pause. With the chin tuck, gaze down, reach back either with elbows or fingers and leg. Take 1 more breath. Good. Then come all the way down. Take a little pause, crisscross those forearms, turn the cheek, bend the knees. Release the low back here. Yeah, wonderful. Good. Let's come on to the other side. So once again, either arms behind you, palms up, or cobra hands, doesn't matter. Left leg now. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Again, inhale, lifting up. Think about length of the head moving forward. Exhale, down. Beautiful. This time to hold. Inhale up. Exhale, partway down. Pause. Tuck through the chin. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Reach back with fingers or elbows. 1 more breath. Exhale all the way down. Good. 1 last time. Crisscross those forearms. Turn the cheek. Bend the knees. A little release from side to side. Okay. Now we're going to come out through another little stretch of the back. 2 choices. Well, 3 actually. 1 is just stay here. This might feel great. 2nd is hands and knee into child's pose. 3rd, hands and knees into downward facing dog. You choose for you. Pardon me. Will just be about 3 breaths. After that, we're going to side lie for some knee strengthening. So if you're in down dog, you can bend 1 knee, press the opposite heel towards the ground, maybe even nod your head a little up and down. Yeah, beautiful. Take another breath, just perfectly as you are. Excellent. Okay, now we're all going to meet in a side lying position with a bolster or something to support the head. Joni, would you like a bolster? No? Okay. All right. Come onto your side. Rhonda, you've got one there. Yeah. Scoot your little knees in towards your chest. Okay, so for knee health, bunch of things we want to work on. One of them is strengthening around the hips. We're going to start with some clamshells here. Keeping the sides of the feet together as you inhale, lift up your top knee, exhale, lower it down. Then we're going to do this about 5 times. Think about low and slow, so you're not trying to move that knee up very high. You will absolutely start to feel that top outer hip start to work. Let's do 1 or 2 more. So supporting the knee by strengthening the hip. Last one. Great. Okay, take a little pause. Now, here's the next movement. It's going to be really fun. Knees stay together. Lower top leg lifts, and then exhale, lower it down. And we're going to do this about 3 times. Sometimes we don't move quite as far as we did with the first one. That's okay. Okay, and then lower it down. Now, pardon me, we're going to come into a little flow with both of those things. Here we go. We're going to inhale into a clamshell. Exhale, lower the knee down. Then we're going to inhale, lift up the lower leg. And then exhale, extend it forward, out in front of you. That's it. And then we're going to come back into that internal rotation, lower leg lift. Exhale down. So that's the flow. Let's try it again. Inhale, top knee lifts, clamshell. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lower leg lifts. Exhale, extend forward. Inhale, go back to that lower leg lift. And then exhale, lower it down. Last time. Inhale, clamshell. Knee lifts up. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift up lower leg. Exhale, extend forward. Good. Inhale, back to that lower leg lift. Exhale, lower it down. Beautiful. Okay, take a little pause. Can you feel that? Yes, and that outer hip? Go ahead and stretch it out. You can either reach back for the ankle if it doesn't feel good to bend the knee that much. Press on the front of the thigh. Take another breath. Good. Okay. Go ahead, undo, stack your knees, flip yourself over. We'll come on to the other side. Judy, was that movement okay on the knee? Well, did you do the right one first? And was that okay, that straightening and bending? Okay. All right. Okay, clicking's fine. All right, here we go. We're going to start with a few of those clamshells. So just warming up the hip, lifting up top knee, and then lowering down. These clamshell and other movements, these are some of the best things we can do to stabilize and strengthen the hip. When the hip is really strong, it takes pressure off the knee. So that's why it's so important. Okay, lower the knee down. Let's try that internal rotation, lifting up the lower leg up. And then exhale down. We'll do about 3 of those just so we can feel that movement. Sometimes it's a bit more awkward, this internal rotation. Okay, now pause. Here comes the flow. Inhale, top knee lifts, clamshell. Exhale, lower that knee down. Inhale, come into that internal rotation, lower leg lifts. Exhale, extend forward. Inhale, back to that internal rotation, lift it up. And then exhale, lower down. Again, clamshell. Inhale, lift up the knee. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift up the lower leg. Exhale, extend it forward. Inhale, bring that lower leg up. Exhale, down. Last time, clamshell. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower knee down. Inhale, lift up the lower leg. Exhale, extend it forward. Inhale, go back to that lower leg lift. And then exhale, lower the leg down. Beautiful work. Okay, go ahead, stretch it out. You can come into your sideline dancer, either reaching back for the ankle or pressing through the front of the thigh. Good. Take another breath here, in and out. Beautiful. Okay, then undo. Stack your knees. Come up, please, through a downward facing dog. So you choose either, you can get rid of that bolster, either come up through hands and knees, coming into your down dog, or you can come up to standing however you like. and come to meet me in down dog on a chair. So you're choosing either down dog on the mat, down dog on the chair, doesn't really matter. Both great for releasing the upper body, both great for having that little knee bend so you can walk your dog. Good. However you are, please take another breath, another breath. Good. Now we're going to come up through our standing forward fold. Let's take the hands onto the thighs, elbows out to the side. Inhale up part way. Exhale, shoulders roll back, low ribs gather. Find your chair pose, sink down, lift up with the arms. Exhale, pause there, you got it. Come all the way up, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. Okay, have a little bit of a shakeout. Grab what you like to use for your foot massage. Let's see. I think mine got hidden. Hang on to your chair just so that you have it nearby. It helps to take pressure off. Also, if knees are feeling quite sore today and it's a lot to balance on one leg, you can do this sat in a chair. So you don't need to do this standing unless you want. We're starting with a little roll up and down, relaxing our shoulders, maybe sighing. And then we'll take the ball underneath the heel and take 3 breaths. And again. Good, and again. You got it. Take that into the center of the foot, little tiny circles here. It's coming into our hip mobility in one direction and then the other. You got it. Take a breath. Good. And then let's find our beautiful toe knuckles. So a little side-to-side movement, or if you're okay with bending forward, you sure can. You can massage the top of the foot around the knuckles. However you are, take another breath. Good. If you're bent forward, come all the way up. Roll the ball to the side. Let's just take a couple of breaths to check in. So chin level to the ground. Shoulders roll up, back and down. Palms can be forward. Let's lift up all the toes. Inhale. Exhale, release them down. Do it 2 more times. Inhale, lift up all the toes. You got it. Exhale, back down. And 1 more. Other side. Grab your chair or sit in the chair. Roll the ball up and down the second foot. So every time we're massaging the feet, not only are we working with feet, we're also releasing the fascia on the whole back of the leg, low back, all the way up to the back of the neck. Let's take that massage ball or dowel into the heel and press down 3 times. And again. Good. 1 more. Good. Okay, roll on up. Find the center of the foot, little tiny circles here, little tiny circles. Good, in one direction and then the other. You got it? Sometimes it happens. The wall seems like it was close, but it wasn't, yeah. And then go ahead, come underneath the toe knuckles, a little side-to-side motion, or bend forward for a massage, your choice. Take another breath there. Good. Okay, now, if you're bent forward, roll on up. Bring the ball off to the side. Okay, now, I'm going to work with our feet a little bit more today. Why? Because it helps the knees. It helps the knees so much if we work with our feet. Standing tall, chin level to the ground, shoulders roll up, back and down. We'll start on lifting toes and then going to tippy toes. So something you know, look straight ahead, find your drishti, your gaze. Inhale, lift up all the toes. Feel that weight shift back. Exhale, toes come down, weight shifts forward. Come on to tippy toes, inhale, good. Exhale, heels come down. Try it again, inhale, lift up all the toes. Exhale, toes down, beautiful. Find your tippy toes, inhale. Feel free to hang on to your chair. Exhale, down. Last one, inhale. Lift the toes. Exhale, toes down. Inhale, on to tippy toes, good. Exhale, down. Excellent. Okay, have a little shake out or a little roll out. Now, I'm going to do something with our foam chip block to work with our feet, so supporting our knees a little bit more. You can have the chair in front of you. Put your little toes on the foam chip block. So yeah. Rhonda? Rhonda gave just a wonderful sound. Tell me more. What was that? It was so good. This is a calf stretch. Can you feel that? Oh, good. So for so many of us, we have really tight calves, especially if we spend any time in heels. Diane, I know. Your calves are tight, my friend. Yeah, feels good. Now, when we have an evenness of the front and the back, so this is stretching the back, it'll help the health of the knees. So, interestingly, with your toes on here, can you feel how your quads are actually a little bit more engaged? It's very interesting here. So, we can strengthen our quads by not doing a whole bunch and stretch out our calves. Okay, but there's more. You've got your chair in front of you, so you can hang on to this for a little bit of balance. Now, what we're going to do is lift up both heels. It's not easy, but it's going to be great. I'm going to lift up both heels. Inhale, and then bring them both down. Exhale. Oh, yeah. Lift up both heels. Inhale. Exhale, bring them both down. Good. Let's see one more. Inhale, lift them both up. And exhale down. Good. Okay, where there's more. Keep your right foot on that incline. You can even bring it farther forward, bring the left back. Okay, take your hands on the back of the chair. Very long spine. Draw your belly in, move the chest forward, come into a stretch. Oh, yeah. Now, if this puts pressure on your knee that's uncomfortable, bend the knee. Good. Now, see if it feels okay to wiggle your hips a little from side to side as well. You got it. Take another breath. Good. Okay, ever so slowly, walk your way up. We're not done. Here we go. Those right toes that are on the block, lift them up towards you. So you got left leg behind you, right toes, lift them up, and then bend forward from there again. Good. Send your right hip back. Take another breath. Yes. And then slowly come on up. Okay, step. Left foot forward. Right foot back. Exact same thing here. So we're going to come into that stretch. So start to bend your way forward here. Now this will get pretty deep into that calf area for most of us. Can you feel that? Yeah. You can even wiggle the hips a little bit. For many of us with knee issues, we've also got those tight calves. So this is a great thing to work out. Very simple stretch you can do. Take another breath just as you are. Okay, now press down onto that chair, lift yourself up. You know where you're going. We're going to lift those toes up. Take the hands onto the hips. You can bend forward into this a little bit more. Slightly deeper stretch. Send that left hip back. Take another breath. Good. And then bring yourself all the way up. Okay, take that foot off the block. Now, just as an experiment, we're going to try lifting up our toes and coming onto the tippy toes again and see how it is. Please don't do this on the foam chip block. We're not there yet. Okay, looking straight ahead, shoulders roll up, back and down. Inhale, lift up all the toes. I bet you've got more mobility here. Exhale, toes come down. Come on to your tippy toes, inhale. Exhale, bring the heels down. Try that again. Inhale, lift up all the toes. Very nice. Exhale, toes down. Come on to your tippy toes. Exhale, down. One more. Inhale, lift up the toes. Exhale, bring them down. On to the tippy toes last time. Exhale, down. Okay, have a little shake out. Could you feel any difference in the foot and the ankle? I've talked about this before, but just as a reminder, when we have more mobility in the ankle joints, go ahead and hang on to one chair and just roll out your ankle. When we have more mobility in that ankle joint, it allows us to have a more healthy gait, which will take pressure off the knee. So if we think about how do we support the knee, we want to go down the joint below, ankle, foot, and the joint above, hips. That is the best way we can support our knees. Go ahead and roll out the other side. The other way that we do that is by strengthening quads and strengthening hamstrings. So that's what we're going to do next. It's going to be amazing. This was amazing. Oh, Diane's just giving me great feedback. Thank you so much. Did it feel good? Yeah, I bet. Hey, great to do at night after you've been walking around in heels for sure. Yes, absolutely. Okay, my friends, next one we're going to come into is to strengthen our hamstrings. So we're actually not going to do backwards chaining today because I want to work a little bit deeper into the hamstrings, but we're still going to use our chair. Now, Warrior C pose, you all know it because we do it every single time, is fantastic for strengthening the hamstring muscles. I'd like you to please have the right foot forward, left leg is behind you. Turn that left foot about 45 degrees out to the side. It doesn't matter if it's 46 or 47 degrees to the side, really just a little out to the side. Then you're going to tip forward, take the hands onto the chair, and you're going to kick back. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back. That's it. And you can lean forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring it down. Do that about 5 more times. Now, every time that leg is coming up, those hamstring muscles are engaging, which is so, so good for your knees. Last time, good. Okay, now come on back up. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. You're going to do those tippy toes and on, toes up onto the tippy toes. You know where we're going. Okay, lift up all the toes. Exhale, release them down. Come on to tippy toes. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift up the toes. Exhale, bring them down. Tippy toes. Exhale, down. Last one. Inhale, lift up those little toes. Exhale, down. Come on to the tippy toes. Exhale, down. Very possibly the side that was kicking back, that left side, give you a little bit more stability with your balance there. Let's try the other side. So left foot forward, right leg back, doing the warrior C. If you feel like, I don't need that chair, Jules, you don't need to use it. It's just there for you if you want. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring it down. We're doing about 5 of these. So you're bending forward and then coming back up. And the idea is not necessarily to be in a balance here. You can feel this. It's much more about those hamstrings and probably glute you're going to feel as well. Yes, you feel the glutes? Yeah. Okay, last one. Good. Okay, and then come on back up. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Okay, now that was coming into your hamstrings and your glutes, which helps to support the backs of the knees. We're going to come into the quads now to help support the front. It's a couple of really fun ways to get into the quads. The first one is hanging onto the back of the chair. I'm going to do our assisted squat. So lift up all your toes, release them back down. And then what I'd like you to do is imagine your bum moves right towards the back of the room. So even before you come into anything, that's it exactly, Rhonda. Go ahead and flip that little bum up a little bit. Yes, you got it. Yes. Leslie's got a great little bottom dance going. You got it. And then wiggle it. Wiggle your little tail a little bit. Great. Okay, knees are bent. Now we're going to come into that slightly assisted squat. So the knees need to bend a little bit. That's it, Diane, exactly. Chest is forward, Judy. You've got it. Good. Now, in this assisted squat, my friends, lift up your toes. Exhale, release them down. Try that again. Inhale, lift up all the toes. You've got it beautifully. Yes. Exhale down. Nice, Marina. Nice, Victoria. One more. Inhale. Good. And exhale. Now, use your chair for support. Toes are down. Press through the heels. Lift yourself up. Come all the way up to standing, roll your shoulders back. Here's my question to you. While you were doing that, could you feel a little bit in here? Yes, this is what we want to activate as we're coming in. So we're using our quads, but we very much want to use those hamstrings and glutes on the way up. So this is unassisted, but this is assisted. So for those of you who have knee pain, I really want you to use the assistance of the chair. I don't want you to put the extra load on your knees, okay? But we're going to do it up and down. It's going to be amazing. Hands on the chair. Okay, walk your way back. Tilt your little bottom up just a little bit. Bend into the knees. That's it. And as you're ready, come on down. Find that squat. Lift those toes up and down. Press through the heels. Lift yourself up. That's it exactly, Judy. Good. Exhale, lower yourself down. As you're down, lift those toes up and down. Press through the heels. Lift yourself up. Last time, take a breath to inhale. Exhale, sit back. Pause there. Good. Inhale, toes up and down. Press through the heels. Come all the way up. Beautiful work. Go ahead and step forward. You're done with that. Have a little bit of a shakeout. I'm going to check in with my friends that have been experiencing knee pain. How is the level of knee pain after doing, because we did quite a bit of bending and straightening? Okay-ish? Okay, all right. Okay, excellent. Now we're not done. We've got more. I'm going to work on some core strength standing. This is something we did a few weeks back, but we haven't revisited it, I think, in a while. This requires a block. But if you want to continue doing this over the summer, because this is going to be a recording that you get, if you have at home a little weight, like a 3-pound weight or even a 5-pound weight, you could do it with that as well. And it's really great for this, for strengthening into right around the mid part of your belly, including these side muscles here. Now, the bulgy thing there, Rhonda, exactly so. Yes. Our love extra bit. Yeah. So what it does is invites us to find a narrowing in. So if you sort of, yeah, exactly. So as you're staying stable, you're going to actually feel these muscles engage a little bit. Now, you can have the knees bent a little bit or straight. Doesn't matter. I like to do it a little bit bent. Now, what you're going to be doing is, make sure you have enough hand room behind you, is you're going to be staying as upright as possible and simply passing that block or that weight around you. Now, as you're doing that, please do breathe. So maybe an inhale comes in, you got it. Maybe an exhale comes in. And can you feel how strong and stable you are as you're doing this? So in order for it to be really smooth, and I see a lot of speed picking up in the room, in order to do that, you have to stay really stable. Now pause. If you're bent, come on up, take a big breath in and out. Now, which way did you go? Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're going the other way. So get yourself stable. For me, I like to be in a ready stance. And then I'm gonna go around the other way. Now, as we're doing this, we're staying strong, we're staying stable, we're breathing. And I bet you can feel there's almost like a bracing that's happening. Does that make sense? Yeah. And those are your transverse abdominis muscles. These are the deepest core muscles. Those of us that get back pain or knee pain or hip pain or pelvic floor pain, this is what we want to work with. And it's super fun, is it not? 2 more. Yeah, beautiful. You've all got it. Is it this much fun with a 5-pound weight? It is, yeah. I actually do it with a 25-pound kettlebell. Yeah, roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Yeah, I might have a much stronger core. Yeah, I started doing it I was increasing my weight and I was using a dumbbell. I think that's what they are. Yeah, I'm still learning. I'm very new to the gym. And then I started with a kettlebell, you know, the ones with the little handle. And yeah, I can do that with it, and I'm finding way less back pain. Victoria online was talking about having pain lifting up things. These are the types of exercises that you want to do to reduce that lifting pain that some of us get. Yeah, but it doesn't need to be with a weight because you can feel it already, can't you? Huh? Yeah, okay. You're feeling it in the top in the trapezius and the upper trapezius. Okay, so we need to get into the lower trapezius. Really good. Okay. Now, here's how we get into the lower trapezius muscles. We're going to go against a wall. So it doesn't matter what wall. Joni and Rhonda, you can absolutely share a wall for sure. Diane, if that's not enough room there, you move, okay? And Judy, I want you to give yourself a big wall. Come on over here, over to Leslie. We've got lots. Okay, now what we're going to do is bend the knees a little bit. We've got cactus arms. Now, I know your head is possibly not touching the wall. That's fine. If it feels like in order to get your head to the wall, you're really pressing back quite a bit, grab your foam chip block, give yourself a break. You don't need to force it. It's also possible the forearms don't touch. Don't worry about that, okay? Don't worry about it. We're doing angel arms. On the inhale, we slide them up. On the exhale, we bring them back. Your lower back is not pressing against the wall unless you have no bum at all. So some men I work with can press their low backs against the wall. Almost no women that I work with can press their low backs against the wall, and that's a good thing. It's okay. We've got some shape. We're going to embrace our curves. So you're trying to keep those elbows bent, but you're sliding them up and down. Yeah. One more time. Good. Okay, if you had a block like me, undo that, step away from the wall, swing your arms wildly. Wildly. You can even do a little bit of a shake. So our trapezius muscles is like a kite almost. It comes from the back of the neck to the shoulders and then is a little triangle down here. Does that make sense? Like a kite, like that? Although it's one muscle, the trapezius, it's three different areas, upper, mid, and lower. Almost always, if we have upper trapezius tightness, it's because the lower trapezius are not strong enough. And so if we do these motions, it helps to strengthen those lower trapezius muscles. So it's not like there's anything wrong, nothing wrong with you. Don't worry about, yeah, okay. So I'm going to do another one for you then. Okay, good news. Linda, I've got more. Okay, stand in a warrior A position. You can go back to your mat. Right foot forward, left foot back. So this is if it's sort of like, oh, I can't really get my arms there. It's a little difficult, huh? Okay, we're going to let them be free form. Chin is tucked, front knee is bent. You're going to keep it bent. Lift those toes up and down. Now, as you inhale, please bring the elbows in front of you. As you exhale, bring the elbows out. Does that feel okay, Linda? Inhale forward. Don't worry if they don't touch though, huh? Oh, they do. Exhale back. Yeah, don't worry about how far you go. This is strengthening those lower trapezius muscles. You've got it. Also strengthening your rotator cuff. And I know for many of us, that's an area of concern, is it not? Yes. One or two more. So you're staying steady. You're going with your breath. Good. You got it. And then go ahead, bring the arms down, step forward, wildly shake and release. Good. And we'll come on to the other side. Now, different flow this time. This is a harder flow, harder flow. Left foot forward, right foot back. That's opposite, yes? Now the flow this time, just to show you from the front, we're starting in those cactus arms. Now, this is like the angel glide. So we're going up a little bit on the inhale. We're going down a little bit on the exhale. Now, less is more for this one. So even if you can comfortably bring those arms all the way up and down, I'd like you to think of just a couple of inches up, couple of inches down, and that helps to engage those lower trapezius muscles. You've got it. Relax your little jaw. It just got a little bit tense. Good. One more. Good. Okay. And then bring the arms down. Wildly release. It works. Yeah. They work them hard. Yeah. Yeah. So it's interesting. Sometimes we don't need to do really complicated things, but we can get in there pretty deep. All right, my friends. Now, I'm going to do one more thing standing with the chair. Have the chair to your right. So it's going to be your right foot that you're going to take a little additional weight on. Now, come on to the left tippy toes. And then as you do, can you feel how that right hip wants to jut out to the side? Draw it up and in, and you're going to feel those same core stability muscles that we worked with when we were rotating that block. Now, let the right hand also go on the chair to take pressure off the right knee. Now, you're going to lift up that left knee, pardon me, and then you're going to bring it out to the side on the inhale. You're going to bring it back on the exhale. So we're coming into the hips, out to the side and back. And if you want to bring in the arm, you can. It'll be inhale out, exhale back. And then guess what? You're working one trapezius, rotator cuff as you're doing the balance. Let's do one or two more. Good. Last one. You got it. And then come on down. Roll or shake wildly. Got it exactly, Judy. Good. And then we'll come on to the other side. So chair goes to your left hand on the chair. So your left leg is the one you're going to balance on. As you come onto those right tippy toes, that left hip always wants to jut out to the side. Bring it back. Find those core stability muscles. You're going to feel the low belly engage a little bit. Does this seem right, Leslie, or no? We'll see. We'll see. Go ahead and bring the knee up. You can also bring the arm up if you want. And then inhale out and exhale forward. So we're putting together all of the muscles that we've worked with so far into this movement. I'm going to do another two. Another two. Good, you got it. And then come on back down. Roll your shoulders up, back and down. Excellent. Okay. Please, actually, let's flow down together. Bring your chair off to the side unless you need your chair to come on down. If you don't want to flow down, you're going to come into a seated place, okay? So if coming down to the ground is a little challenging today, just take your time coming down to seated. If you want to flow down, hands to the heart. Seated on the mat, seated on the mat. Yeah, just on the mat. As you inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale up part way. Exhale back down. Now from here, we're going to make our way onto hands and knees. So walk back to hands and knees. And then we'll transition onto our bum by swinging the hips over to one side, swinging the legs forward, and then give them a little bit of a shake. Foam chip block, bring that underneath your bum. And then extend your right leg forward, bend the left knee. We may have done this recently. This is a quad strengthener. Yeah. Leslie says it's a killer. I was going to say it's not easy, but your description, yeah, actually works really well. So you're interlacing your fingers. Now, two things are happening. I'd like you to press your shin against your hands and your hands against your shin. And notice, that's it, Joni, how you grow up a little taller. Now, these right toes, pull them towards you. And that engages the quad a little bit already. But there's more. As you inhale, and you can lean back for this. You're lifting up the leg. Exhale, bring it down. It's not easy. Inhale, lift it up. Well, I'm not leaning against the wall. Joni. Okay, Joni's very concerned. I've got a wall that I'm leaning into. He called me out. That one more time for Joni. Go ahead, release it out. Give it a little shake. I want you to know, no one likes this one. If you are feeling the same way, I don't even like this one, but it is so good for your knees. I really promise you it is. Diane is ready to go. She's set up on the other side. She's ready. Interlace your fingers the other way. Joni, I'm not using the wall. As you're ready, go ahead and lift up the leg and they'll lower it down. We're doing it about 5 times. Does it go right into a cramp? Bend the knee before you start. Tug the heel in and then go from there and see if that helps at all. Nope. Okay. Well, don't worry about it on that side then. It's okay. Was it both sides? It is a killer. It's not easy. Okay, that's enough. It's enough on that side. Like says it exactly. Lean against the wall. Now, When our quads are stronger like that, what happens to our knees? It really protects the knees. So, you know, when you have that sort of buckling sensation of the knees, like they're not quite supporting you coming up or coming down, something like that, I promise will help your knees. I won't make us do it every class. And your hip flexors, yeah, the hip flexors are working real hard there too. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Lie down. So Rhonda's just said pain is good. Here's what I'll say. Pain is not always bad. You know, we used to always say in yoga, if it hurts, don't do it. But now we know for some things, especially arthritis, for example, there's just going to be pain. And the worst thing that we can do is not move that joint, which then leads to less mobility. So we just need to know that like a pain level of up to like a 3, whilst we're working really hard, is okay. If it's more than that, though, we'll modify it. We'll do something else. Give yourself a cuddle. You've all worked so hard. Yeah. Windshield wiper knees or knees in towards the chest, whatever you want. Yeah. Now, our legs have done a lot for us, so let's give them a break. Take your thick block or your bolster that's going to be a support for a back bend. If you're someone that doesn't like to do the back bend, bringing the legs up, you can go right against the wall and do legs up against the wall. Okay, so you've got choices here. If you're using the block or the bolster, that please goes underneath the bum first. And then you lift up one leg, then the other leg. And you can go ahead and point and flex the feet. So after we've done all of that work, strengthening into the feet, into the quads, the hamstrings, the hips, the whole leg, what that does when we're asking those muscles to work a lot is a lot of extra blood comes to those muscles to feed them. So we are asking for extra blood flow. What can be really helpful after we ask for that extra blood flow is this, an inversion with the legs up. It'll help to release that area. You might also notice that it can also lead to a feeling of calm, a little increased calm, having legs up. What it does is actually lower the blood pressure. That is why that feeling of calm might come over you. Now, see what else might feel good here. Maybe legs out wide and back together, or you might even hang out with those legs wide. As long as you're in this inversion, so the legs are up in some way, either supported by the wall or up by having the bolster block underneath your bum. That inversion helps to, called the venous return, or the flow of blood back to the heart. Increasing that sense of calm, also reducing any swelling. So as the weather is getting warmer, you might find at the end of the day, the feet or the ankles, the lower legs might be a little bit more swollen. This is a great thing to add in to your end of day routine. You could even do it right before bed, sort of flip around in your bed so you can put your legs up against the headboard or the wall. And just spend a couple of minutes in this inversion, inviting in a little bit more calm. Yeah, you've got it. Take 3 more full breaths, just as you are. Yeah, beautiful. With those of us that are in that back bend, if you have something underneath your bottom, you're going to slowly bend one knee, place that foot down to the ground, take a little pause. Bring the other foot down, take a little pause. And then we can come out of the back bend by pressing down through the heels, lift your bum up, slowly lower down. Come back into those windshield wiper knees. So feet nice and wide, rocking those knees from side to side. If that doesn't feel so good on the knees, you might instead draw knees in towards the chest. Yeah, beautiful, good. Got it. I'm going to come into a little bit of a longer Shavasana today. I've got two different invitations to you for your Shavasana. Option one is to set up a super cozy heart bed where you place a block at the top of your mat where the head goes, and then a bolster on top of that so that you have a back bend support. Option two is to have legs go on your chair. If there's another option that you prefer, that you know, "Oh, I just feel really good in this position," you go ahead and set yourself up in that. Yes, Judy, I'm coming. Absolutely. Diane, here you go, my friend. I'll come back for the bolster in just a sec. Okay. Good. Yeah, you're welcome. Now, if you're in that heart bend position, so that little back bend, check that the legs are comfy. If you want to have a second bolster for underneath your knees, I can come around and bring that to you. Sometimes that's quite nice to help the knees. Can I offer that to you, Leslie? Are you comfy? Okay, good, good. Here, absolutely. My online friends, take your time, just getting really, really comfy, cozy. Good. Yes, you're welcome. Rhonda, can I offer you this underneath your knees? Yeah, there you go, Merritt. Good. You're welcome. Good. Now, your only job here is to breathe. So let's take that job very seriously. Full breath in, full breath out. Good. That's it. See if you can actually feel breath moving up and through the body, breath moving down and through the body. Good. Whatever position you're in, draw awareness to the shoulders and just see, can I shrug those shoulders a little bit more away from the ears? Can I release the lower jaw a little bit more away from the upper jaw? And to invite in a sense of even more calm, release, letting go. You can even tuck the chin just a tiny little bit in towards your chest. And that sends that same cascading effect of relaxation that the legs up position does. Let's take another few full breaths. Another few full breaths, just exactly as you are. It might feel good to start just with the tiniest movement of head and neck. So as if you could move just an inch at a time, a little nod up and down with the chin, a little shake from side to side. And then it might feel good to add in some arm movements. Here's one that might feel good, reaching arms right out to the side on the inhale. And then crossing one arm over the other for a hug on the exhale. And then from there, it might also feel good to rock the head from side to side. So turn the head like you're looking over one shoulder, then the other. And then do the same thing the other way, arms out wide on the inhale, crossing opposite arm over on the exhale. A little turn of the head from side to side. Yeah. And then as you start to come into your body in a little movement, see what else might feel good. Any other movements with the arms, maybe some of those basket arm movements, or maybe movements with the legs, maybe some knees and towards the chest, or anything else. Take your time coming into your body, coming into movement, into release. Got it. And then let's take some time to transition, take some time to roll over to the side. A moment or two there for yourself. And then as you feel ready, go ahead, roll over and push yourself up to a comfortable seat. Invitation to either have hands on the lap or at the heart, eyes can close. Then we can close our practice with 3 shared breaths. So first exhale, release the breath, let it go. And then inhale, breathe deep into the space of the heart. Exhale, soft sigh out the mouth. Again, inhale into the heart. Exhale, soft sigh out the mouth. And one more breath like that. Softly bow your head over your fingertips. Here, symbolically releasing the thoughts of the mind into the space of the heart. So infusing all thoughts with the qualities of the heart, love, compassion, and forgiveness. Let's take another breath, lifting the heart to the mind. And then as you exhale, slowly peel open your eyes, softly lift your gaze. Thank you so much for sharing your practice. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming. A lovely, lovely rest of the week out there. Reminder that tomorrow, for any of you who are nearby, there is free yoga in the park at Willows